Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving into a topic that's both fascinating and a little intense. What actually happens to your body when you stop eating? We're not talking about intermittent fasting or skipping a meal here and there. We're talking about prolonged starvation. This is purely for educational purposes. And it's super important to remember that intentionally starving yourself is extremely dangerous. If you or someone you know is struggling with an eating disorder, please reach out for help. We'll link some resources in the description below. Okay, let's get into the science. So, what happens in the first few hours? Let's say you've just finished your last meal. For the first 6 hours or so, your body is in a pretty normal state. It's busy breaking down the food you ate, absorbing nutrients, and using glucose from that meal as its primary energy source. Your blood sugar levels are stable, and everything is running smoothly. It's business as usual for your metabolism. You might start to feel a little hungry as your stomach empties, but physically, your body is well equipped to handle this short period. Now, let's fast forward to the 6 to 24-hour mark. This is where things start to get interesting. Once the glucose from your last meal is all used up, your body needs a new energy source. It turns to its backup supply, glycogen. Glycogen is essentially stored glucose, kept mainly in your liver and muscles. Your body starts a process called glycogenolysis, breaking down this stored glycogen to release glucose into your bloodstream. This keeps your brain, which is a major glucose consumer, happy and functioning. During this phase, you'll likely feel very hungry, maybe a bit irritable or hangry, and you might find it hard to concentrate. This is your body sending strong signals that it's time to refuel. Once we cross the 24-hour threshold and head into the first 3 days, your glycogen stores are pretty much depleted. Your body has to switch strategies again. This is when it enters a state called ketosis. Since there's no more easy-access glucose, your body starts breaking down fat for energy. The liver converts fatty acids into molecules called ketone bodies. These ketones can be used as fuel by most of your body's cells, including your brain. This is a major metabolic shift. Some people who do therapeutic fasting report a feeling of mental clarity during this stage. But for most, it's accompanied by fatigue, dizziness, and sometimes bad breath, often called keto breath. Your body is essentially in survival mode, conserving energy wherever it can. As we move past day 3 and into the first week, your body becomes more and more efficient at running on ketones. Your brain, which initially relies heavily on glucose, adapts to using ketones for up to 75% of its energy needs. To conserve muscle, your body tries to rely as much as possible on its fat reserves. However, some protein breakdown is inevitable because certain cells still need glucose, and your body can create it from amino acids in a process called gluconeogenesis. This means you will start to lose some muscle mass. Physically, you'd be feeling quite weak, and your metabolic rate would start to slow down significantly to conserve energy. The intense feelings of hunger often start to subside during this period, which is a strange but common phenomenon as the body adapts to the new normal of starvation. After 1 week and up to 3 weeks, the body is in a full-blown starvation state. Fat remains the primary source of fuel, and the breakdown of body fat is happening at a rapid pace. This leads to significant weight loss, but it's not just fat you're losing. The process of breaking down protein for glucose continues, meaning muscle wasting accelerates. You would look visibly thinner, but also much weaker. Your immune system would be severely compromised, making you highly susceptible to infections. You'd likely feel cold all the time as your body struggles to regulate its temperature. Simple activities would become incredibly difficult, requiring immense effort. Vitamin and mineral deficiencies would start to set in, leading to a host of other problems like anemia, skin issues, and hair loss. Now we're entering a very dangerous phase, beyond 3 weeks. At this point, your body's fat reserves are getting critically low. Once the fat is gone, your body has no other choice but to turn to its last remaining energy source, its own protein. This means it starts to break down vital tissues, including muscle and even the proteins that make up your organs, like your heart. This is called catabolism, and it's the body literally consuming itself to survive. The muscle wasting becomes extreme. Your heart muscle weakens, leading to a slow heart rate and low blood pressure. This is the most critical stage where the risk of organ failure, particularly heart failure, becomes very high. Cognitive function would be severely impaired, with confusion and apathy setting in. The final stage is, tragically, the point of no return. The average person can theoretically survive for about 40 to 60 days without food, depending on their initial body fat, hydration, and overall health. But as the body continues to break down essential proteins, organ systems begin to shut down. The immune system is virtually non-existent. The heart, weakened by the breakdown of its own muscle, can no longer pump blood effectively. Ultimately, death is usually caused by cardiac arrest or a severe infection that the body simply cannot fight off. It's a grim reminder of how essential food is for our survival. So, to recap this entire process, your body first uses glucose from your last meal. Then, it burns through stored glycogen. After that, it switches to breaking down fat and creating ketones for energy. As starvation progresses, it starts breaking down muscle for glucose. Finally, when fat stores are depleted, it begins to consume its own organ tissues, leading to organ failure. This entire sequence is a testament to the human body's incredible ability to adapt and survive. But it also highlights the absolute necessity of consistent nutrition. Starvation is not a weight loss strategy. It's a life-threatening condition. Every single nutrient we get from food plays a vital role in keeping us healthy, from the energy we get from carbs and fats to the structural and functional roles of proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a clearer understanding of this complex biological process. Again, this video is for educational purposes only. True health comes from a balanced diet, regular exercise, and a positive relationship with food. If you're struggling, please seek professional help. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the science of our bodies. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next one.